If you were a coach on the side of a boxing ring, what sort of things would you start yelling in to the fighter that's on your side? Probably just a couple things that come to mind is stay on your toes, don't get caught on your heels, flat-footed, chin up, chest out. All of these sorts of cues, a lot of them from boxing, and all sorts of combat sports, especially because it's in combat sports and martial arts that they took a really, really keen interest in how the body's supposed to work and function. All of these cues also point to what we express in whole body breathing. And the proposal is that all of these people made the correct observations. We're just tying all these observations together into their logical conclusions, or at least the furthest we can logically go so far with their conclusions. Now, another cue, let's say, would be, say, someone who's slack-jawed. That's used as an insult. I want you to picture somebody who is slack-jawed, and it's not someone who has a really well-developed face and they're just hanging their mouth open. It's someone who has a slack-jawed face, right? A lengthened face, because someone with a proper jaw tensegrity structure, their temporalis muscle would keep their jaw closed. Their temporalis muscle would then merge into their scalp aponeurosis, the fascia tensegrity structure at the top of the head, which then merges into your back line, the tensegrity of which keeps you upright, keeps your chest up and out. It goes down to your thoracolumbar fascia, down your legs, all the way to your feet, where it's gonna form, if properly formed, it'll form a proper arc in your foot. And it's always been understood that people that don't have that proper arc, that are flat-footed, they're gonna have a tougher time in, say, a military campaign or something where they have to carry a lot of weight over a long period of time, because the tensegrity structure through the body is not created properly through development in a way that keeps the person on their toes. Okay. So these are the sort of cues that athletes would always be given, that coaches and people who are involved in sports, people who are involved with the body, martial artists, um, never being caught on your heels, things like that. It's always an intrinsic understanding, but to wrap it all together into why is it that people that are on their toes, so you see in more how you want to say, less industrialized populations, pre-agriculture type of populations, they have very splayed out feet. They are walking more on the balls of their feet, and I know some people want to say that they're gonna contact with their heels, but really the entire bottom of your foot is an arc. So as long as you're making contact somewhere within that arc, not on the back end of it, but within the arc, then you're gonna have that diaphragm of the foot be trained properly. That tensegrity structure is going to then go up through your IT band. It's going to become your thoracolumbar fascia. That's going to give you the proper support that you need to have an upright spine, like Escher Gokal says, that strained proper spine. That's going to go up into your head, put you into that proper chin up position. So keep your chin up, chest out. These are all the cues that we've been given. But the thing is, the cue itself has been lacking because we haven't been looking at the whole body at once. If you tell a child who has flat feet to sit up straight, they're going to try and sit up straight using their muscles, and they're just going to fatigue and they're going to go back. It's the fascial system in the body that's responsible for posture. And it's also the fascial system in the body that is an indicator of attractiveness. So they'll be doing a video about this coming out soon. But things like a properly formed foot, a proper arc in the foot, are, say, a foot fetish. A proper fascial tensegrity structure that turns into the glutes, because the glutes are like 80% invested into fascia. So a properly formed glute and butt, which looks attractive, is a properly formed fascial structure. Properly toned abs are the linea alba being properly tensile. So it looks very popping. That's a proper fascial tensegrity structure. And that reflects very much up in the head and the skull. So the symmetry and the position and the growth level of the facial bones. These are all things that we intrinsically understand, and whole body breathing is trying to give an in-depth explanation of how it actually works and how we're gonna fix it.